If the devil is just a myth, then explain this. 4 completely different religions, from 4 completely different parts of the world, all describe the same force, with the same personality and the same influence. Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and Hinduism all talk about evil, like they're describing the exact same being. How is that possible? Think about it. These religions didn't grow up next to each other. They didn't share doctrines. They didn't copy each other's books. Yet their descriptions of evil line up almost perfectly. That alone should make you question everything. Let's start with Christianity. In the Bible, the devil is not portrayed as a cartoon with horns. He is a strategist, a deceiver, a manipulator. 1 Peter 5-8 says, "Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour." That is not brute force. That is calculated hunting. In Genesis, the serpent doesn't attack Eve, he talks to her. He reasons with her. He twists truth into temptation. Jesus describes the devil in John 8:44 as the father of lies. Christianity's evil isn't about violence. It's about influence. Evil whispers. You choose. Now look at Islam. The Qur'an describes Shaytan with almost the same characteristics. Surah Al-A'raf quotes Shaytan himself saying, "I will come at them from before them and behind them, from their right and their left, and you will find most of them ungrateful." That is a psychological attack plan. Islam does not say Shaytan forces anyone to sin. Instead, in Surah Ibrahim, Shaytan says on Judgment Day, "I had no authority over you except that I invited you, and you responded to me." The exact same idea as Christianity. Evil whispers and waits for you to follow. Now let's go to Judaism. Most people outside the faith don't know this, but Judaism doesn't present evil as a monster. It presents evil as an inclination, the Yetzer Hara. The Torah shows this clearly in Genesis 4-7. Sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it. Again, sin doesn't break the door down. It crouches. It waits. It entices. Judaism teaches that evil is not an external beast, but an internal whisper, a pull towards selfishness and instant gratification. The pattern repeats. And then we have Hinduism, one of the oldest spiritual systems on earth. Hindu scriptures describe evil through both demonic forces, the asuras, and through Maya, the great illusion that pulls the mind away from truth. In the Bhagavad Gita, it says, "Knowledge is enveloped by this constant enemy of the wise, the insatiable fire of desire." Sound familiar? Evil as temptation, evil as confusion, evil as inner distortion, not forced, but chosen. The same behavioral blueprint as the devil, Shaytan, and the Yetzer Hara. 4 religions, 4 histories, 4 cultures, 4 scriptures, yet the same description of evil keeps showing up. A force that deceives instead of destroys, whispers instead of commands, manipulates instead of attacks, and tempts instead of forces. Why would they all match so perfectly if evil wasn't real? Even their methods match. In Christianity, the devil targets weaknesses. In Islam, Shaytan exploits ego. In Judaism, the Yetzer Hara pushes desire over discipline. In Hinduism, Maya blinds you with illusion and pulls you from your purpose. These are not random similarities. These are fingerprints. Let's go deeper. In all 4 religions, evil is described as something that studies you, something that knows your fears better than you do, something that understands your desires more clearly than you admit to yourself. Evil doesn't need to break your life. It just needs to move 1 domino, push you 1 inch in the wrong direction. The Qur'an says that Shaytan whispers into the hearts of mankind. Christianity says Satan masquerades as an angel of light. Judaism says the Yetzer Hara begins as a guest and becomes the master. Hinduism says Maya makes the unreal appear real. All 4 are describing the same psychological attack: deception, confusion, manipulation, and suggestion. It's the same personality across 4 spiritual systems. So let me ask you honestly, if the devil is just a fairy tale, then how did 4 religions spanning thousands of years, across continents with no shared authors, all describe the same enemy with the same tactics? That's not a coincidence. That's not folklore. That's consistency. Maybe the devil isn't a creature hiding in the shadows. Maybe the devil is a strategy, a pattern, a voice that knows exactly what lies you will believe. Evil isn't mythical. Evil is psychological. It is spiritual. And it is universal. So is the devil real? Every religion seems to think so, and they've all been warning us about him since the beginning of time. Not because he forces us to sin, but because he convinces us to destroy ourselves. And that might be the most dangerous kind of enemy of all. Maybe the real question isn't, is the devil real? Maybe the real question is, how many times in my life have I listened to him without even knowing it? Follow for more truth that unites, not divides.